Greetings, fellow YouTubers. Lindsay here. How you doing? In today's video, we're going to go to CincinnatiViews.net, and I'm going to show you some really cool images of Union Terminal. And this will be kind of a little mini tour of Union Terminal as it used to look back in the day before they changed it and tore stuff out and everything. So this will be really cool. I think you'll like it. Stick around. Look at this picture here. This is a postcard. What does that look like to you? That is the Hall of Justice from Justice League, the Super Friends cartoon show, and various other incarnations of the DC universe have used this as the model for the Hall of Justice, including the new, what they call the Arrowverse, or the Flash, the Arrow, Supergirl, all those TV shows. Check it out. Look it up. They use Cincinnati's Union Terminal as their Hall of Justice. It's a CGI modified version of it, but it's really cool. Let's go to a photograph. I'm pretty sure this is a photograph. This section back here in the back, this was the passenger area. This is where you went to get on to the trains. All right. And we'll see the end. This has been torn down. This is no longer there. They do have maps of the terminal and the train, different train routes and everything. What I want to show you is there's a lot of postcards here. Here's what it looked like at night back in the day. Very Art Deco in design. All right. Now, one of the features of this particular train station was a very Art Deco appearance and also some murals, very iconic murals. And a lot of the murals are no longer there because they tore down the concourse where you traveled back. Let's take a look. They tore down the concourse where you would go back into this area here, all right? And we'll see pictures in a minute, but each area had a mural above it. And this is all gone. It looked just like a concourse in a modern day airport. And as a matter of fact, train stations is what airports were patterned after when they started building airports, the big airports, all right? All right, so this is a map of what used to be there, okay? So these little side wings used to be, you would come in on the right-hand side, you would drive in, and there was a drop-off area, and then there were various shops, and there was a lunch room, there was a dining room, there were restrooms, and there was baggage areas, and there was also different offices and stuff. These are all different things now, and I've never been into any of these areas in a modern day. Only thing I've been in is this very central concourse where the information booth is where you buy tickets to go into the museum, and then of course you would go to the left or the right to go to different museum areas, and it's all been converted now. Now, there's a tea room, a book room, and a toy shop. Let's click on the toy shop because a lot of you that might remember it today were probably kids back then. I can't imagine anybody who was an adult back in the 30s still being alive today. So those of you that do have memories of the terminal back then, probably, if you're online and watching this video, you probably remember the toy room because you were probably a kid and you probably went there. And toys are so much different now than they were back then. Toys were so much simpler. Alright, so I just want to jump back to another toy room that we just looked at. Was when you on the front, it was right there. Now the tea room. Let's look at the tea room. I've actually had lunch in this room, and seems to me like it still has a very retro look to it. And today this is a or at least it was last time it was open. This was a lunchroom. Like a little restaurant. Seems like I've at least been there and sat down and got a drink or something. I don't remember what it looks like, guys. It's been too long. Pretty cool, huh? All right, so another place let's look at. There is a lunch room, not just a tea room, but a full-blown lunch room on the map here. Here is the lunchroom. Now, I do not know what this looks like today. Once again, this is this area here with all these little circular tables, and they would come in and serve. The servers would walk down, I'm guessing down the middle here, right? Because you can see this open area, and they would take your order, I'm guessing. Let's take another look at it from a different angle. Yeah, and they would serve you kind of like a bar area, almost like, you know. Now, the really interesting thing to me is the train concourse and waiting area. This is no longer there. It was torn down a while back. If I sift through all the information here on the web page, okay, 1973. It was torn down in 73. All we have are photographs of it. It no longer exists. However, these murals, like this one right here, Modern Limited, these murals were saved and they were moved to northern Kentucky and to the airport, and the concourse they were moved to has since been torn down, and they've been moved. They are now on display outside Duke Energy Center downtown. I saw them the other day. They're all just kind of grouped together on the side of the building right there on the corner. It's really cool. So here's just here's the arrival board. Now, I believe this is somebody's idea of a joke, but a lot of these pictures were taken as they were tearing it down. So you can see this is during demolition. This will be in the magazine rack in the waiting area. So here's a postcard. Now, this is kind of what it looked like. It does remind me of an airport, guys, where you have the big long walking area and you have all the little terminal doors and little waiting areas around each terminal door. There's a photograph. There was an info booth in the middle. That is massive, isn't it? I mean, just to think that used to be there. Now, this is, once again, this is right here. And it goes straight back. This is basically where the IMAX theater is today. Alright? Really cool. There's baggage check and all that. I think that part's still there. Okay, so here is here's the view that you can no longer see. If you've ever been in Cincinnati's Union Terminal, you'll know that you buy the tickets for the museum and stuff in the center. This was before renovations. Right now, you can't see any of this until they reopen it. But the current view ends right here. Maybe about, you know, not too far down. The rest has been all torn down, and there's an IMAX theater there, but you can't see. This is how far you used to be able to see straight down that concourse all the way to the end where those murals of the world are. And if I can find those are really cool looking. Here is the iconic map of the world, and it represents the 5 time zones in North America. Of course, in the United States, we only have 4 time zones, but there is a 5th over here if you're in a little further north, along with maps of the world on either side. They were unable to save this, and this is all we have left of it today, is this very last picture of it that was taken in 1972 before they tore it down. I don't know why they were unable to save it. They saved the other murals. Now, I don't want to go through the other murals. Here's a closer up picture, and you can see that this is actually little tiny tiles. And that's really cool. If you're interested in this type of stuff, check out CincinnatiViews.net. Go to their main webpage, click on Transportation. It's on the bottom row of buttons at the very top. Click on Transportation. Then at the very top of that, click on Railroads, and then on that page, click on Union Terminal. Or you can just manually type in CincinnatiViews.net/union_terminal.htm. They'll take you straight to the very first page I was on. Guys, it's been just a short tour of what Union Terminal used to look like back in the day when it was first made, the floor plan, some photos of some of the different areas, and of course the concourse and that big mural at the end that they were unable to save. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your week. Keep fighting a good fight, and I will see you in the next video.